Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the merciful. Guys, yesterday, or you can say in my previous lecture, I was describing that what is a function? What is a function? This was my question. How can you define a function? Okay, I told you that if I have any function y is equal to fx, means fx and y both are the same thing, and if you have, for example, x squared plus 2x plus 1, right? And I ask you that this one is a function or no? This is my question, right? So I said to you here x belongs to R. Where x belongs to R means x belongs to a real number. Real number means you can take any values, okay? Because R is a real number and this is the set of all the numbers. So if you take any value of x, for example, I told you this is x and this is y. For example, if I say x is equal to 0 and you plug in here, I'm not going to write down, just giving you the idea only. So if you put x 0 here, so you have just 1 here. And if you put 1 here, so 1 square is 1. And 2 multiplied by 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. In the same way, if you say x is equal to 2, so 2 square is 4. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. And if you say this is 3, so 3 square is 9. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6 plus 1. 9 plus 6, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. So you can say the order pair that you get it is 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, 9, and 3, 16. That I explained you yesterday. Now here you can say this is x, means 0 has 1, 1 has 4, 2 has 9, 3 has 16, means each and every value of x have a one unique value of y. Means 0 has one unique value of y, 1 has one unique value of 4, 2 has one unique value of 9, and 3 has a unique value of 16. We cannot say that x has two output, right? So we will say that this is a function, right? Now as I told you, the concept of a linear one. Linear function. Linear function, right? For example, if I say y is equal to 2x plus 1. Okay, so remember one thing, whenever you say y has one exponent and x has one exponent, okay, y has exponent, x has one exponent, you can say this is a linear function. Means x has one exponent, y has one exponent, this one. Whenever you see x has one exponent, y has one exponent, it is a linear function. And the graph of the linear function is a line. The graph is always line, right? So remember one thing, in any line, in any line, if you have this format, x plus y is equal to 1, y is equal to 5x plus 3, 2x plus 3y is equal to 7, x divided by 2 plus y divided by 3 is equal to 1. These are linear equations. Why these are linear equations? Because here x has one exponent, y has one exponent, y has one exponent, x has one exponent, x has one exponent, y has one exponent, x has one exponent, y has one exponent. So whenever you have x has one exponent, y has one exponent, it means these equations represent a line, and the graph will be a line, right? So here, when you solve this one, for example, if you make y, for example here, the first one, make y as a subject. So y is equal to 1 minus x. Means y can be written as y is equal to 1 minus x. And here y you have already, so no problem, 5x plus 3. Here you have 2x plus 3y, which is equal to 7. So 3y is 7 minus 2x divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3, 3 cancel. Y is equal to 7 by 3 minus 2x by 3. And the last one also, this is what? X over 2 plus y over 3 is equal to 1. So y over 3 can be written as 1 minus x by 2. This one shifted on the right side. And then we just multiplied by 3 here. So you can say this is multiplied by 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. And you can say this 3 and 3 cancel. You have y, 3 multiplied by 1, 3. This is 3x over 2. I have written here 4 equations, right? This is equation 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here, what I did, I made the y as a subject in the terms of x, right? Here, so as I told you, x belongs to what? A real number. X belongs to real number. It means you can take any value of x from the real line, and when you substitute here, when you plug in here, you will find one value of y. You cannot get two value of y. In each case, you will find one value of, as I give you the example here, right? So if you have y, right, and this is your function, right? So here this is a quadratic equation, but I'm talking about the linear one, the linear functions, right? So whenever you have one input, and this one input has one output only, right? One input has one output, then you can say it is a function. When one input has two output, it is not a function. So whenever you see any linear function or linear equation, whenever you see linear equation, it is always a function. Linear equation, whenever you see linear equation is always a function. The question is why? Because whenever you make a linear equation and you have written y as a subject in the terms of x, you will find only one unique value of x if you are going to any value of x, right? So remember one thing in your mind, y, x and y. So whenever you have one input and y has just one, or you can say unique value, then it is a function. There are many ways that I can explain you about a function, guys, okay? So first of all, I'm just telling you that if you see any linear equation, you can say, you can close your eyes and you have to say that this is a function without solving. And I told you how will you say that the function is a linear or not, right? So whenever you see a linear equation, it is always a function, okay? In my next lecture, I will tell you how to define a function using graph. Okay, as well as I will make a video where I will just open my mathway.com. In mathway.com, I will write all these equations and you will see the line by yourself. Everything will be visualized. Okay, so don't worry, step by step. Today's lectures, what you know about it, the question that if you see any linear equation, that will be always a function. Now I'm going to give you some example. So guys, whatever I explain here, I already explained in my previous lecture that one input must have one unique value of y. Then it is a function. The main core concept that I want to explain you, whenever you have any linear equation, it is always a function. And how can you say that this is a linear equation? Whenever you have x has one exponent and y has one exponent. I'm going to give you some question. The first one, the question will be like this one. I am going to give you question 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? The question 1 is x plus y is equal to 1. X plus y square is equal to 1. X square plus y is equal to 1. Or you can say y 2y plus x is equal to 1 or 3, no problem. Which relation, because this is a relation, this is a relation, this is a relation, this is a relation between x and y. Which relation represent a function? So you see here, the first one, if you solve the first one, answer number 1. Answer 1. Yes or no? So I will say the answer is yes. It is a function. Why it is a function? Because x has one exponent, y has one exponent. Very simple. So whenever you see x has one exponent, y has one exponent, you can say that it is a function. Very simple. Okay. Now we move to question number 2. Guys, here x plus y square, it is not a linear. Why? Because here x has one exponent but y has two exponents. So number 1, this is not linear, and if this is not linear, the graph is not a line. So here just make y as a subject. So here you have y square. Let's solve this question. Y square can be written as 1 minus x. This x shifted on the right side, so it would be what? Negative. So y square is equal to 1 minus x, and always y can be written as, whenever you, because here is y square, I don't want y square, I want just y, only y, not y square. So whenever you remove the square on the right side, you have to put under root 1 minus x. And remember one thing in your mind, there are two things, one is a square root and one is a square root functions. So right now I'm not going to explain you about a square root function, I'm talking about a square root only, right? So whenever you see a square root, whenever you see the square root, the answer is always positive, negative, always. So whenever you have 1 minus x in square root, whenever you see this square root, okay, just a square root here, whenever you see square root and you solve this one, you will find two answers of y. And I told you, for example, I'm going to give you one example here. Here, as I told you, x belongs to R. X belongs to R means x is a real number. Means I can give any value of x here, right? For example, I said to you, x is equal to -4 or -3. For example. Okay? So if you plug in this value here, so you will find y is equal to plus minus, this is 1 minus, and what is the value of x? -3. So you can say plus minus 1 minus minus plus 3. So you can say this is plus minus 4. So the answer is square root of 4 is 2. So you can say plus minus 2. It means x was -3. Y has two values. One is what? Positive 2, and this is what? -2. Input is 1 but output is 2. I said to you, according to the definition of a function, one input must have just one unique output. But here you find the one unique means one input has two different output. So we will say that it is not a function. So question 2 is not a function. This one is not a function. Why? I told you the reason here, right? And remember one thing, whenever you have a square root, the answer is always positive and negative. Now we will solve question number 3. I'm just telling you everything by the equation, by solving. Okay, in my next lecture you will see everything when you know the graph of these equations. Once you know the graph of linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic equation, absolute function, greatest integer function, rational functions, okay, then it will be very easy. You see the question and you can tell the given equation is a function or not. Okay, so we just move to question number 3 and we are going to solve. Here you can say x square plus y. So my question is, question number 3 is a linear or no? So look here, x has one exponent, but sorry, y has one exponent and x has two exponents. No, it is not a linear. It's not a linear, right? Not a linear. It is not a linear. It's number 1. And why it is not a linear? Because y has one exponent but x has two exponents. So I'm going to solve this question. It's not a linear, right? So the graph is not a line. Okay, so how will I solve? So y is equal to, the y can be written as 1 and this x square will be shifted on the right side. So you can say 1 minus x square, right? So no problem. Again I said to you where x belongs to R, means x is a real number. When you give any number of x, you will find just one unique value of y. You can give any example. For example, x is equal to 2. When you plug in here 2, so y is equal to 1 minus 2 whole square. You can say 4, and 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So you can say what is the order here? 2, comma minus 3. In the same way, you can take any value of x. You will always find just one unique value y. You will find this y one unique value. One unique value of y. One unique value of y. One unique value of y. Okay. For example, I can give you one more example. If I say x is equal to 1, so plug 1 here. So you have 1 is equal to 1 minus 1 whole square. So 1 minus 1, which is 0. So again you have 1 comma 0. So whenever you have the order pair, you will see each and every value of x has a unique value of y. You cannot say that one x has two value of y. So we will say that the third one is not a linear, but it is a function. So the third one is a function. Yes, it is a function. It is a function. Guys, as I told you before that I'm just dealing a book of a Larson, okay, edition 8. So we are just explaining every question, and after then when you understand the whole concept of a function and all these things, then we will solve the questions. Okay, at that time we will just write down the question and we solve the question only. Okay, so don't worry about this one. So x plus y is a function or no? Yeah, it is a function. This is yes. This one is no. This is yes, it is a function. And the last one again is very simple. X has one exponent, y has one exponent. Whenever you see x has one exponent, y has one exponent, simply it is yes and it is a function. It is a function. So whenever you have a linear equation, you find here linear equation. So linear equation is always a function. I hope guys you all understand, and inshallah in my next lecture I will take a quadratic equation and then I will teach you a absolute function. Okay, and in there I will tell you the quadratic equation, cubic equation, the polynomials and the absolute the functions or not. Okay, and then I will make one video and where I will just focus about mathway.com. In mathway.com you can see each and everything there. For example, x plus y is equal to 1. This represent a line, right? So I will show you the line on that Mathway. Mathway is just a digital application, so you will see everything, right? So for example, x plus y square, this is not a line, so it is not a line, so the graph is not a line, it's a curve or something like this. So you will see the curve. Okay, so guys, I hope that you all understand about a function. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.